Welcome back after a lengthy break from myself. I'm back with my boys for another FPL roundup, this time game week 9. We are missing the person who has just activated his wildcard yesterday, avoided the price drop of Salah. A good one, actually. He was benched as well last night in Champions League, but nonetheless, welcome Aman, welcome Vimarsh. How's it going? How was the week?
All
I
good,
know
yeah.
with festivities and happy Diwali to you guys as well.
Yeah, first of all, happy Diwali to everybody. Happy Bhai Dooj today for whoever is celebrating. And yeah, this week has basically been just, it has just gone by,
Yeah,
and I'm just, figuring out what should I be doing this week. There are a lot of issues in the team having wildcarded 2 weeks back. So, quite a few dilemmas, quite a few change in plans happening because of a couple of injuries and so on. But yeah, just breaking my head over what to do. There are so many permutations and combinations, and I'm hoping that I'm able
yeah.
to get my answers with you guys today.
Hmm. I had a really good week, and we actually missed both you and Suraj in our last watch along.
Absolutely,
So
yeah. Let's first of all call out for that. Yeah,
no,
thank
no,
you.
in terms of this game week, my Diwali was done on Sunday only.
Yeah. Yes.
I wasn't very keen on the rest of the upcoming days after Sunday, but I mean a historic win for United, obviously. So had a good week that way. Plus Bruno returned, so it was a really satisfying week for all United fans, not just me. So yeah.
All right. I just want to check with my viewers. I think Ritin is there just to give us an audio check of all three of us so that then we can proceed. And I'll just quick a roundup of what we have in store. This will be primarily a quick pod. Like when we are saying a quick pod, then it's around 1 hour, 1.5 hour only because when it's a long discussion, we've seen it gone above 2 hours as well. So we have obviously the game week preview, the upcoming game week. We have some of the transfer trend that gives us an high level idea about where the kind of a template is going, as well as people are going regardless of which rank place they are. Are we seeing some stable trends in terms of like the teams looking more or less similar to each other, and whether there are margins where we can target? And then obviously we will look at the fixture ticker as our usual business, understanding which are the windows that we are targeting. And then probably we have wildcard draft. I have Suraj wildcard draft, both ones which we were chatting about just in the morning as well as last night. So, and yeah, our teams and anything on top of that we want to discuss. So we'll probably focus on our strategies and our team structure right now. What are we looking at, teams that we are targeting, and more or less anything you guys want to add?
No, no, all good.
No,
I,
all good. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I think a lot of people who have not yet wildcarded up till this point, again, like I'm seeing that I think patience is running out in a lot of team with a lot of FPL managers in terms of holding their wildcard till 13 because I was hearing that. So I think there's a
Yeah,
Vimash, is there a lag
there was an
for
echo.
you?
I think there was an echo from my end. My two speakers were on.
Because
Okay,
whatever
sure.
was echoed, I said 5 minutes back.
Okay.
No,
So
yeah.
my
So
my
so
voice, I think the chat is saying my voice is low, so I'll probably just update
yeah,
this.
that's better. Actually, that's better.
Okay, okay.
Okay. All right. So let's just quickly get into our sponsor plug. So again, FF Scout mention. I have a good visual this time of under and over performers that the members area again has. Now this one is basically helping us target who are the new picks, going under the radar picks. Many are not targeting. We always look at the overachievers, but there's a good thing to look at the underachievers as well, when you're building your team, because that's where the margin call is. So yeah, subscribe to FF Scout. Game week 8, by this game week we have kind of a stable data. We can create our notions and narratives around it. We can clearly say that Salah is not as good as last season now. We will not say that it is just few game weeks. It is a material set that we have, and I think now is the right time to use the tool. So if you go to FF Scout website, you can use our code FF Pulse while in the checkout window, and then you can get a 5% off. All right.
Also, there,
So
I think I'm not sure, but up till last week they were running some 40% off by default. So with this code, you will end up getting 45% off in total. So extra
I think
5% on top of.
yeah, you might
You'll
have to
have to
check
check
that
whether
if
it's
that
still,
yeah
yeah,
we haven't
just
Not
check
on
checked.
us.
once.
That's not on us.
All right. Right. So, like, quick discussion about. I mean, I did not catch up. I caught up with your watch along later on. Not during the match, much of it, but yeah, absolutely disappointed with the Liverpool. I was expecting a scoreline in excess of 3-1 in favor of Liverpool just after. But obviously, we got a good result last night, which shows that we still are delivering. Like in terms of attacking notion, I think the team is on track, but I think the defensive side of Liverpool is where like the main challenge is, and they are struggling in these games. Because if you look at the last XG Liverpool has generated, even in the last game, I think Vimash told me it was 2.5, and now finally it is in the range of 2.8, 2.9. Last game in the Champions League, it was 3.5 again. So I think with that notion, we can fairly assume that they will score. But again, can we confidently say that the more like the majority of that XG will be with Isak or Salah or even Gakpo? That is something in here. And when you have such dilemma, it is best to avoid and let that pattern get cleared up and which players are coming out. But nonetheless, I wanted to discuss the Liverpool fixture again. They are going Brentford away. What are your
Yeah.
thoughts? And like, I already have Isak. He got a knock. I think he has a groin problem, so I might have to move him out already for Voltemade or anyone. Like, could
Oh,
be Mateta as well. But
Hmm.
what do you suggest? Like, hold up on him maybe a week if he's like a small niggle that he can just brush it off for a week and then because I still have all the playing players, other playing players can match up. But if do we see an upside anywhere else in terms of any fixture? Because I do feel that this is a marquee fixture for Liverpool.
It might be, might not be. I don't know. Like I'm encouraged by the way they performed in Champions League.
yeah.
I think you guys scored some 4 goals, right?
Five, five.
Or
Five, five,
five?
one.
Five, right? So, I mean, yeah, it's a great response from a team under a lot of pressure. So, props to the team. But again, like, I don't know. I feel Premier League is a different beast when it comes to, defending and scoring. We've seen, a lot of team struggles against mid-table teams, and Brentford off late have been doing well. So, however, I do expect Liverpool to score against them. I do expect them in any normal world or normal scenario that they will come on top in this game. I
Mm-hmm.
can't say for sure how many goals are there in the game though.
Mm-hmm.
Kelleher is a great shot stopper.
Mm-hmm.
And Brentford have they've started to do well. So maybe yeah, 2 goals could be three even. But do I uh, say can I say for sure that Liverpool will not concede? No, you guys will concede, and then once you concede, match can swing any which way, and it's especially at Brentford, right? Not at Anfield. So, for me, it's a wait and watch. If you have any Liverpool assets except Isak, I think you just keep hold of them for this game. It's a good game for Liverpool assets in general. I will not want to make a move away from them. So a lot of people have Salah in their teams. I'd say just keep hold of Salah for one last game. I think will help you get more information on how the team is shaping up. Also, for example, if we know that Isak is injured long term, then you can target Ekitike right in the next week for game week 10. But we need that information. We need that clarity. I think Slot just said that Isak has had a groin problem, but he's not put a timeline to it.
Yeah.
So that's where I am. Like,
Yeah.
don't buy, don't sell.
I have a different. I think firstly it should be a win for Liverpool in this game. I agree on that part absolutely. And even if Brentford score, I think Liverpool should. I mean, easily outscore Brentford. I would be very very highly surprised if they don't, or even if Brentford salvage a draw. I think Liverpool should win this. But on the other hand, with respect to the transfers, if you have Salah, I would just sell him. I wouldn't even hold him now. Honestly, there's no
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, I think
I
that's too
mean,
much
he might give up,
money to hold
if
up.
you take him out, he might get a penalty and he scores, and you'll feel like, why did I take him out? But it's just, I mean, it'll just be sheer bad luck if he gets a penalty and scores, or even open play. But considering from what we've seen in the first 8 game weeks, I don't think it's wise to keep. I'm not saying Salah is like, I'm not questioning him as a player or anything, but it's just that 14 and a half million for Salah is too much. Is what I feel. I would definitely take him out.
It's
Yeah,
not even 14 and a half now, it's 14.3.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the
he's
fourth. I mean, the
he's
14.
dropped in price twice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Another
So yeah,
one, and if we are discussing about strikers, I mean,
yeah,
Aman was talking about Isak.
yes,
So, do you think like Voltemade is a genuine player
yes,
now with what we've seen so far? I mean, my other draft in wildcard, as you guys would have seen, had him,
yeah.
and then I moved him the last minute. I thought that Isak one might give me an edge, but I'm thinking now moving him to Isak to Voltemade, or like saving a transfer and doing Mateta, because I like the run of fixture that is Pedro having. So I don't want to.
Let's let's discuss our transfer targets separately. Let's
Yeah,
just quickly have a
preview.
view of what we are expecting in this game.
Yeah.
Because we're just discussing the odds
Okay.
Hmm.
and expected goals, and then we obviously take each other, like every player in detail. So I'll quickly start. So Leeds West Ham is a game which can go either way. It can even end like a 0-0 draw. Leeds are not able to score goals,
So
so
West
is the case for West Ham. Uh, and I'd be fine playing my Leeds assets for this game. If you have
Ham.
like a Leeds defender like a Rodon or Goodmanson, you
Yep.
can
Yep.
very well play them if the other three defenders do not have a great fixture or a better fixture than Rodon
Right.
or
Correct.
Leeds defender. Second, then Newcastle Fulham. This I believe should go towards Newcastle
Newcastle.
because they're playing at home.
Yep.
Uh, Gordon also scored, by the way, in Champions League. Barnes had a
Barnsley.
brace.
Yep.
Yeah, and Voltemade has been, quietly scoring goals in Premier League as well. So I do believe that they will come on top. Fulham
Yep.
is not in a
Anderson is also
great
injured.
moment.
He's out for next
Yeah,
game week.
Anderson is injured.
Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, on Anderson injury, I think the manager said that it's not long term. It's nothing serious, but definitely he's out for the next game, like which is the game week 9.
Yeah.
So whoever was maybe planning like myself of playing a bench boost in game week 9, now we have to figure out whether we want to first of all play it in game week 9, and if yes, then what do we do with where do we move Anderson? What are
Hmm.
the transfers? So yeah, just an update on that. Brentford, Liverpool, we've discussed. Aston Villa, Man City.
This is
Thoughts,
very
guys?
tricky. I don't even know about this. I somehow feel Aston Villa might score,
They
and
have
but City should win. But
they've
it'll
won
be something like two.
they've won 5 games in a row now.
Yeah, I think it'll be 2-1 City or something like this. Is what I feel, but it could go anywhere. I have
I,
no idea.
I
It's very
I
confusing.
see. I think it could be a draw also.
No, I think City will come on top
City will
with the
win.
way Highland has been
Yeah,
playing. Aston Villa, they're slowly finding their feet,
yeah,
for sure. But I think like City will prevail
So
yeah. Do you think
you set on that
Rogers is
captaincy?
good?
for
Would
sure.
you?
I'm not moving away from Haaland.
Even I have Haaland captain, but do you think you
I'm
would get Rogers back soon?
I'm Semenyo curious for this game week.
Good. Yeah, fair shout.
Oh
Fair
no, I'm
shout.
going to. I might captain Semenyo. Yes, true, true. I actually thought about.
I'm not captaining Semenyo now that Sean Dyche is at Nottingham
But
Forest.
he's
I
even
mean,
I don't
one
think
game
his
week, I don't
defensive
think he'll be able
record
to do
is
anything.
even worse than Ange the last
No,
time
I
he
don't think
managed a team.
in any case he won't be able to do anything in one game, right? I mean, in like
not
the first
Yeah.
game only.
there is always a bounce also, manager bounce is also there. All
I,
of those kind of
I
things
don't
are
think
there.
it's happening this season.
Not for Forest, it seems.
So yeah, I think City, Aston Villa should be. I mean, Haaland will definitely score. Is what I feel. It should
Yeah.
be a 2-1 City. Wolves Burnley is very strange because I have like.
Guys, one before you move on, what do you think about Reinders' minutes? Like he was subbed at 58 minutes in the last game.
I think he
Previous to
plays.
that, he was subbed at 75 minutes.
I still think
But
he plays, but I'm not playing him.
hmm. So would you
Um,
bench him?
Yeah, I'm benching
I
him.
think it's time to even
I'll
move
offload
him
him.
on. Yeah.
Yep, yep.
So
But
See,
it's
there are
I was also thinking of it, but from game week 12 they have a great run of
but
fixtures.
you know
You
what?
So
would probably want one more striker from
correct.
City.
But honestly, I've been looking at all the players, and if you look at Shaka, right, Shaka's been giving 4, 5 pointers or something like that each
Sure.
week,
That's there.
and he's
Yeah.
point
That is what,
six, point
and I
five lesser.
was and I was
Yeah,
looking at Cherki is also on the
correct,
grass, so you never
correct,
know
correct.
what position Reinders will play by game week 12. So he
True.
might not be even be a pick by that time. Like he might play a deeper role when Cherki because he's also cam. Foden also
Yes.
is taking those spaces, and see if uh, there
And
have
I
been
think Rodri and who else? I think the other
Origi,
holding
Nico,
Nico
midfielder,
Rioli.
Nico
Nico.
Gonzalez.
No, Gonzalez. I
He's
think
injured.
Gonzalez.
He's injured.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it Gonzalez or
Gonzalez.
was it the other
Gonzalez.
guy? Like
Yeah,
so I think he anyway, even if he's played like I feel his minutes are a little bit more secure now
but
Mm.
he'll play a little
because of
bit.
the injury, but he might end up playing a little deeper role. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
But
yeah,
again, like it's if the minutes are okay, he gets you a route into the City team, and he has that ability to arrive on top of the box
correct.
at any given moment and produce a moment of magic and get a goal or an assist.
Correct. But for the first 8 game weeks, he's just given 1 goal and 2 assists, and out of that, 1 goal and 1 assist came in the first game. And I mean, I agree with that thought process, and I still feel he will have a short, basically span where he can keep scoring goals, like for a short span or something. I don't think he's hit that patch, but he will definitely have a patch where he'll be scoring goals, and I think that needs to be targeted. So I don't think we should keep him. It's not compulsory to keep him in the team right now,
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. I agree. I
Yeah,
agree on that. Like, I feel like he should be your eighth attacker.
correct,
Maybe think of him as your first bench player,
correct,
not like your playing 11. And but at the same time, I don't think he's a priority transfer out. Like, figure out what else you need to do in your team first because
correct.
it is fine. There's not a lot of money,
Yeah.
tied in that position. It's
If you
okay.
have 3, 4, 5 transfers with you, then it's okay to like offload him. If you just have like a 1 or 2 transfer or something like that, he's not a priority. Then you can just bench him.
We'll discuss who's the
Cool.
best replacement for him. We have a
Yeah,
section where we have
Yeah.
some cheap picks.
yeah.
What
Just
about
coming
Wolves
to
Burnley?
yeah, Wolves Burnley. I'm very. I mean, I don't even know what to do here because Burnley. I have one one. I mean, the goalkeeper, and I'm tempted to play him instead of Donnarumma from City, but that's something else. But Wolves are. I mean, they're not in the best of forms. Burnley is still doing
Yeah.
well at home. Away, they're not doing that well. So it's a tricky one. Like if you have any assets from these two teams.
I am
Hmm.
actually thinking of, if there is a world wherein I bench boost, and in that bench boost, I have Dubravka and Steve
Oh.
uh, playing against Wolves. So, I mean, my bet is absolutely opposite to what is being shown here. I am betting that that Wolves do not score and Burnley keep a clean sheet.
I wouldn't
Uh,
bet on it. It's Wolves home, right? So you never know.
but
But
Wolves have not at all been able to
yeah,
generate even decent chances.
I mean the
They've been
home
absolutely pathetic.
correct, but the home advantage always comes into play, even
They
if you're
have
not
played
scoring.
4 games at home
I think
already. Nothing
Burnley
has changed.
last game. Did you catch up with the highlights against Leeds? I
Yeah.
think Burnley defense is too good, man.
Yeah, but at home.
No, I
At
mean,
home.
also I did see a lot of highlights from that game, and Burnley should have conceded in that
One
game.
goal
By the way,
only. I think just one goal. But
they
over,
had more leads generated more than 2 xg, and there were
but
open chances,
I'm
open goal chances that they missed.
that's why I'm
So
saying no.
it's a
They
mystery how they ended up keeping that clean sheet in that game. Like Leeds is a far better team than Wolves
yeah.
and Burnley in
I
the
mean
moment.
that's what I
I
hope
definitely
for.
think that. Yeah,
No, but I was just looking at Wolves' matches. I mean, they haven't won anything, firstly,
exactly.
right? They've drawn two. Now, the only thing is, at home, they've played 4 matches. Out of those 4 matches, one was with City. And that's where they were not able to score a goal. But apart from that, they've always scored at home. They scored two against Everton, they scored one against Leeds, and they scored one against even Brighton. So it's not like they can't score. They can definitely score. I wouldn't. The only thing is, I would only keep kind of advise you to keep in mind that it's a Wolves home game. If it was Burnley home, you should have like just close your eyes and gone with the bench boost.
Totally.
But the Wolves home game, it will affect you. One goal will just
But
take
you
away so
know,
many.
with bench boost, I've seen whenever there has been a week where people are behind bench boost, it has played out. So I'm like, if
It
anyone,
has. It has.
Yeah,
It
if
has, it played out for me also, but the only thing was Burnley played a team that against whom like their players could get DEFCON or something like that, right? Here,
So what do you
yeah,
think? Like, so I have, if you had to pick, and we'll come to our team,
yeah, yeah.
but just considering since we're talking Burnley, would you prefer playing Burnley defense away, both the scenarios, away to Wolves or away to West Ham United in 11,
I would prefer Wolves.
right? And that's what I feel. That West Ham, I feel Bowen can turn up and score in any game, like irrespective
He
of
was not
how
able to
bad.
score in the
Yeah,
last
How,
game.
they
there
will.
is no striker like Strand Larson is not able to do anything for Wolves at the moment.
No, but
That's how they are.
what I'm saying is Bowen didn't score in the last game, right? So it's not
He
like,
didn't. But
right,
I mean, would you doubt him if he
yeah,
scores? No, right?
right
Like
now I
we'll
would
always
definitely.
bet.
I mean, I'm not doubting him, but it's the fact that I mean they have a new manager and like things are not clicking right now. Once they click, it's a separate thing. But
Okay,
I'd
just
rather
answer the question. So, do you prefer then playing Burnley defense away to West Ham? Then
right now, yes.
cool.
Right now, I would prefer playing against West Ham as compared to Wolves home. West Ham are not
I
even
would
clicking right now.
so
But yeah, I mean, they have got better players.
like these odds in favor of Bulls are still little off the mark for me.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I also
I
feel.
would,
They're very off the
given a
mark.
choice, I wouldn't play either. But if you're
Let's
asking,
discuss. There are other marquee teams. We are
Yeah,
discussing teams which are
yeah,
not FPL relevant. Um,
they are very much FPL
no, no,
relevant.
all teams are FPL relevant now. We've
But yeah,
realized.
okay. Chelsea Sunderland. I mean, this fixture is supposed to have the most goals this in this week
Yes,
specifically.
I
I
hope
think
one
a
of them
lot of
will
people
get
have Joao Pedro, and a lot of people have moved away from Joao Pedro already
right,
in
right.
this upcoming
yeah,
week
he took
itself.
a price drop.
And I
Yeah.
actually like that fact somehow because now less players have them, less managers have Joao
Yeah,
Pedro in their team. I like that. I don't mind
Mhm.
it.
But
And
the
he
only
was
thing,
rested. He was
yeah,
fully rested in the Champions League game, by the way.
uh,
And Gu played and scored,
yeah,
and he was taken off at halftime. And I feel he plays in this game. He
possibly.
will be given a chance, and that works out very well for Joao Pedro.
The
yeah,
only concern is Pedro has had an XG of zero in the last 4 games.
That's okay.
that's
That's
But
the
okay.
only concern.
fixtures get you form as well. Like these are the fixtures which can bring about
I
any
mean,
player's form.
Sunderland is. I mean, it's not like the bottom five teams. What I'm assuming, it's slightly
Yeah,
better than that.
they've
Yeah,
done a lot better than the
exactly.
newly promoted teams
Yeah.
for sure.
So that's
I
the
think
only thing I have.
we sometimes overestimate these
Exactly.
newcomers, but I think it's fair.
Come
Chelsea
on,
can.
even you, Vimarsh, your team beat them 2-0. So give, you
Okay,
should show
beat
some
Liverpool
confidence
and
to Chelsea
Chelsea
at
also.
least.
We beat both your teams this season now. So
So yeah, I mean, I mean, you
and
should, in that
no,
respect, you should feel no
and we
that
lost to Grimsby also this season. So our team has very skewed data points. Don't give United's example. Way.
I don't think so. It's like that straightforward also. But like,
Yeah.
I mean, I would take my chances. So for first of all, like for players consider for managers considering say doubling up on Chelsea attack or even getting a Chelsea defense, what do you say?
I
There
was
are like
considering
we have the almost the best clean sheet odds
yeah,
and the goal scoring odds.
correct. I was considering Chelsea defense, and I told you also. I think the last thing I was like mildly contemplating Reece James also. Provided, I mean, I'll have to ride my luck on that if I get him in, that he doesn't get injured. But he's played the last 5 or 6 games, and he's been
Yeah.
perfectly fine as of now. And he's returning. He's had I think 4 returns in the past 5 games or something. So
Mm,
it seems like some of the in whatever goal Chelsea scores, like every second thing he has this thing. In
I have a few thoughts on that. We'll
yeah,
discuss when we discuss our team,
yeah,
my team rather.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, cool. So I mean, overall, I wouldn't mind getting in Enzo Fernandez because he's the flavor of the week.
Correct.
It seems.
Yeah.
Uh, he's on pens for sure. Although he genuinely gave the second penalty that we won yesterday in the Champions League to
True.
Estevao, probably because it would have made him the youngest goal scorer in Champions League for Chelsea,
Uh,
and that is the record he made.
It was
Uh,
won by Estevai also.
it
oh,
was won by him, and he was the captain, so he did a very captain-like thing. So props to Enzo for that. But I mean, I would
Not
have
good
preferred
for
even
FPL.
not good for FPL, but I don't think he gives the first penalty if we win to anybody else. He will take it. If there is another one that might again go to say Joao Pedro again, which I don't mind if that
Totally,
happens.
totally.
So it's a
I will
win-win. If you get Enzo, it feels like a decent. So like for the next four fixtures, I really, or rather, yeah, next four fixtures, I really do like keeping a Chelsea player
Correct.
apart from, say, already if you have Pedro, and if you are thinking of moving Pedro to somebody else, then even more so that you want to get some sort of a buy-in into the Chelsea attack. And
Yeah.
Enzo provides a good opportunity, I feel.
Correct. Correct.
So yeah, definitely, I think you should seriously consider getting an Enzo if you are thinking about it.
What
Agreed.
about United?
I think United, considering their run of form, they should now, I mean, do something here. I'm expecting a United win, but it could very well go either way because Brighton is a really good team. I'm actually expecting a Bruno return in this game. So it's just like intuition based, but I think he probably might return something. And it'll be a good game. Brighton is playing really well. It won't be easy for United, but the only advantage is it's at Old Trafford. So that might favor United. So
I mean, I still feel they'll concede, but yeah, I
yeah,
do see
yeah,
a
they could.
United win again.
Yeah,
It's the momentum is with them.
yeah,
Let's
exactly.
discuss the team in form. I think right now it's all Arsenal gaga everywhere in terms of
Yep,
the form, in terms of
yep,
who looks like the most likely PL winner this year. And I think
correct.
before the even the season started, there have been a lot of discussion that the team who has played together for at least 4 years now and has kind of the depth that is required to be Premier League champions, and also the teams around them, Liverpool falling short, City
Yeah,
is up and down also. So I think this could be the Arsenal season, and if we have to pick, I think there are five genuine picks when it comes to Arsenal, and who will by the end of the season be the top three of them. I think that I still feel we cannot say that Timber, Gabriel, and Saka will be the top three. They are the most likely to be, but I still feel it could be like Gyökeres could be in that pool, Eze could be in that
that's it.
pool, and it could be Timber form or Calafury, or even maybe at the end of the day, Raya could be generating if the minutes are managed for Timber and Calafury. So given what we are seeing right now, I think Timber, Gabriel are kind of a no-brainer given the even the combined ownership that they are possessing right now in the top 3 million. I think it's roughly more than 25% managers have that kind of theme in the team. It's basically double Arsenal defense is what I'm talking about. Roughly 25% manager in top 3 million have that. So I think that should be the case, but given what Mateta and like Palace showed last game week, the way they came back against Bournemouth, who is not a um, easy team to play against. We have seen already this season they're one of the best defense in terms of, I think they were top three by game week in terms of XG conceded in the first 6 game weeks. Till the time I was looking at the data, so Senesi was putting up those numbers and Mateta scoring a hat trick, and it could have been even more. Like the
Yeah,
kind of shots
that was a
he
that was a very unexpected games in terms of goals conceded. I mean, both have the firepower to score goals, but I don't think anyone expected 3 goals to be conceded from either
Yeah.
side.
So
Yeah,
that's where I'm coming. Like I think Arsenal can still be. It could be a walkover for Arsenal. They are at
yeah, yeah.
stable form.
Correct.
But I think there'll be a tough fight. I maybe 2-1 could be 2-0 could be a scoreline.
Do you think
As
Palace scores
I do
With
feel
the
like
amount of chances they are creating, they can, but
against
like
the best
Arsenal
defense?
defense is just too good, yeah. It's
I
Against
think
the
a
just
best
too good.
defense.
scrappy goal. I won't rule out a scrappy goal is what I'm
Scrappy goal.
thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
But I think
But I
having
do think that Arsenal do at least score 2 goals in this
Yeah, even I
match.
think so.
But this kind of game is very tough for a player like Gyökeres. He likes spaces, and this
Correct.
is a team who doesn't afford much. A good game for a player like Saka who can score outside the box. A good game for a
Yeah.
player like Eze who can cross in Rice. And obviously, I think Arsenal are going to target set pieces. But again, on the other side, they are really good in defending set pieces as well. So a game to watch. I think
Crystal
I
Palace, right?
yeah.
Crystal Palace are like good at defending. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so again, like one to watch, a good game, but I
Hmm.
mean, it's high time that people should have three Arsenal players in their team now.
Varun, do we have a specific slide on Arsenal players as such?
We do not, but we can
No
discuss.
worries. So, like, I just wanted to understand what is your priority order in terms of your best
So,
Arsenal picks. Like, if you had to get Three players on your wild card right now. Whom would you get?
Saka, Gabriel, Timber.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
the
that's the
general consensus
I
out
think
there.
that's the general one, but I don't mind Gabriel Eze and Saka. I think
Gabriel. Yeah, why not?
Eze.
yeah, because I think see I'm going to show you a view where how much Eze has underperformed his XG so far,
Right.
and so this is where I am thinking.
But there's some minutes concerns still, right? Despite Odegaard being out, despite
So
him having him should have it should have been like a through and through 90, but like somehow still he's being subbed out at around 60. That I don't like.
I mean, that is a concern. In the first, like, I have him on my team, and the last game week when he was subbed early, despite having so many chances, he could have scored one goal or assisted one also. So I think, but it still gives me hope that there are team who are filled with chances right now. I mean, they are going to create any. So a Saka return, oh sorry, an Eze return is what I'm seeing, and it
Hmm.
could be like so with Eze. What I've seen, if you've seen like we've discussed in the previous season, also his ceiling is very high. It's almost equivalent to Saka, and if Saka is not having pens, I think there is very less to differentiate between two. Although Saka now racked up DEFCON and the bonus points also in a game which
Hmm.
is a low scoring game. So that's another side of Saka that got discovered last game week, which makes him more attractive now. So I do get that point. But I think I, if a team is in form, I would prefer two strikers and a defender rather than two defenders and a striker.
But
That
you
is
know
just
what?
my thought
I have a
process.
different thinking. I feel like Saka is good enough for going like trying to catch some part of the Arsenal attack, because a single Arsenal defense is actually losing you ranks at the moment.
Yeah.
Every team has a double defense, and on the contrary, I am of the opinion you can even do a triple up on defense. You can go Calafiori, Timber, or and Gabriel, or like a Raya, Gabriel and Timber. Like that is now a more differential
Uh,
than anything else.
it is differential, but I would still always keep Saga. Saga seems like a must-have. There is no. I don't think there's any
Yeah, yeah,
competition.
yeah. I mean, if
Triple,
somebody is
triple,
thinking to be
correct.
differential, then
A
I would
triple defense would
really
be a little foolish. I mean, see if Crystal
not
Palace score in the next game, you straight away lose 12 points.
agreed. But the way they are, playing, I don't like. If you see their data, they've not even considered. If you combine the last four matches together, even then they would not have considered a single goal. Like it's
Right.
that good. So they're doing
And
too good at
they
the
are on
moment.
par with the almost the best season that Mourinho had in terms of defensive. So if we consider that, this takes you to somewhere around 29 to 31 clean sheets in a season. So which is where Aman's point makes sense completely that if you keep that, you are basically inviting 18 points like
Right.
Exactly.
in most of the game week. So which is
Confirmed 18, and then these
bonus
guys
and
are
DEFCON.
returning bonuses and assists and goals and
So
whatnot.
I was reading a stat yesterday and it said that every center back who has played against Palace has racked up DEFCON. So
Every centre back who's played against Palace. Okay.
this
Correct.
season
Correct. Correct.
has racked up DEFCON.
Because Palace also create a lot of chances. Yeah.
Correct. But again, just adding to the Arsenal defense point, again, I was looking at the matches they played. So against good teams, they've always conceded.
Yeah,
So you never know. I mean, if they have a very good run of, they've conceded against Liverpool, they've conceded against City, and they've conceded against Newcastle. So out of 8 game weeks, they've conceded 3 times,
yep.
which is again obviously it is exceptional.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the only thing is then you kind of absolutely lose everything in that 1 game week where they concede.
No, but see, that is exactly the point. Even if you consider six teams as a top best one, you are
Mm.
only saying that they will concede in 12 matches total.
Right.
Yeah,
Imagine that basically says that you are going 26 clean sheets.
yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, but
26 clean
but
sheets.
the thing is with Saka, you're losing on the attacking potential a lot, right?
I'm saying that I mean, it's a thought process.
Correct, correct.
I'll
It is.
myself not do that.
At
But if
first,
somebody,
the first thought was to absolutely discard it, but you can consider it. I mean, now I'll
yeah,
say you
I
can
mean, if
consider it.
somebody wants to play that way,
Correct,
because
correct,
that is the different
correct.
now that like you have, it's like two Arsenal defense is almost the norm. You
Correct.
need to have that,
And Timber
or
is
you need
kind
to
of
ensure
playing
that
as a
you're.
Yeah,
winger. Timber
maybe.
is playing as a winger. We have to take that into
Dude,
consideration.
even Calafiori, I was
Yeah,
so
Exactly.
disappointed that he couldn't. He was not on the
should have
score sheet
scored.
last match.
Should
He
have
should
scored.
have. He actually
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
scored, and it was
I mean, he scored. It
marginally
was good
offside. I
offside.
was
Yeah,
so heartbroken by that. But he has a knack for goal. Yeah,
yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
always ensures that he's. And I can't seem to understand. He's always in that attacking midfield, right on top of the box
Yeah,
position.
yeah,
Always. Why? It's a meme. Have you seen that meme?
Mhm.
Bro, we have to defend. Where are you, Calafiori? What are you doing up there? Yeah, so he is like that. Like, and I,
Mhm,
I, I have him, and
he's a
I'm.
threat.
I think the goal is coming very soon.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah,
keep my
absolutely.
faith with
I
him.
agree.
I
I
think there
agree.
is a 15 pointer loading soon.
Quite
Yeah,
Anytime.
possibly.
fingers crossed.
Bournemouth,
Okay,
Nottingham,
Bournemouth,
guys.
Nottingham Forest.
And we'll just wrap it up in next 2 minutes so that we move to our
Bournemouth should
other
win
section.
easily. I think
Yeah,
Semenyo will score a
I think
brace in this.
yeah, I'm even a clean
guys,
sheet for them.
Yeah,
Kroopy Junior.
yeah.
Thoughts?
But I think so. The point
Minutes.
here is we need to track Evanilson injury. So that's why if he's back, then again the minutes will be managed. But again, people are thinking that it's good for the time being. He looks good on the eye
Yeah,
test as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we can, and we'll see in the transfer trend also that he's getting those transfers
Correct.
in. But again, I think uh, it's a transfer. If you make, you are inviting another one very soon. Is what I think with
Hmm.
these kind of players. So um,
But see, if you are going to keep him as a dud position,
Yeah,
it's fine, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, unless you are planning another Bournemouth transfer, like a goalkeeper transfer or a double defense, or I don't know, Ivan Nilsson down the line. Otherwise, it's fine.
yeah,
I
like
mean,
I mean,
I'm only talking from the perspective that you want to free up funds if you already played your
Correct.
bench boost. Now you want to free up
yep,
funds because I don't think it's wise to keep all good attacking players in like all of your eight attacking
totally,
positions.
totally,
You should, if you have already played the wild card, you should definitely think about moving one position to the bare minimum. Whether
Mhm.
it's a defender, or you're moving to somebody like a Shaka or somebody else, like a Dewsbury Hall, or you think of moving somebody to like a Krupi Junior or a Gue. And Krupi Junior is a great option if Evan Nilsson is maybe even injured like 4 or 5 game weeks.
right,
Yeah.
Gives a great option to you, right? You can think of playing him in some week
totally.
if he has to come off from the bench. Cool. And lastly, Everton Tottenham. Tottenham. By the way, quick start. Like, I don't remember the exact number, but probably some 90 odd goals were scored in the match day 3 of Champions League, and Everton, the Tottenham, the only team to not
Not
score
even
even a single goal.
all English team
Did
had more
I?
than 3 xg.
Yeah, I didn't see the starting lineup, but did Kudus play this game?
I think he
I
did.
also
I didn't
I
catch
don't
up
know.
the
But
game, but I think he did play.
I can
yeah,
check.
the reason I ask is, I mean, it's at Everton home, and it'll definitely Everton will have an advantage. But I still feel Kudus is someone to keep from Tottenham. I mean, I also hold him, so I have a particular bias. But I watched the last match. I watched the highlights of the last match, and he was involved in everything that was coming off of Tottenham. And he
Yep,
actually scored a goal which was ruled offside,
yep.
and
See,
he
so
And
really
he
Kudus
good.
played
has
for 80 minutes, but in general, also by the way, Romero is injured, so he'll not be in the squad. So that's a big dent to
Defense.
Tottenham defense. And
Correct.
I feel NDI, like for all those who've been
Yeah,
keep
I
who
have
have
him. Yeah,
who have him,
yeah.
I think you do not think about moving him out.
I'm playing him.
no,
NDI, by the way, has been doing well defensively
Correct,
somehow.
correct,
He is
correct.
racking up all the defensive contributions.
Absolutely.
He was sitting on my bench with 4 points, better than Renders, and foolishly I played Renders over him. But
He
yeah,
was
like
sitting on our bench when he scored the penalty also.
penalty also. Yeah, we've been very currently missing all his
Yeah,
points.
true, true.
But yeah, I think I'll definitely play NDI if you have him in your team.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And Tottenham, their attack is not looking good here now. They're not able to score chances
that's why I
somehow.
was coming to Kudu's pointer that he doesn't have he doesn't have anyone to convert his service right now. So Xavi Simons, very low power performance so far. Whatever I've seen in him at Spurs, so I think it's still going to take time to, and kudos to be that Embumo for Frank. I think it's going to take time, but yes, if to that pointer of offside goal, it has been 3 games now. that he has scored an offside goal, and which has been very close call. So I can, like, you can consider that as a good XG chance, right?
Correct,
So
correct. Also,
so
the goal that the only goal that Tottenham scored, he was on the, let's say, the second assist on it. I mean, he passed and then the player passed
yeah,
and
so
put it.
I mean,
So
even I
yeah,
like him. I've got the best of him before
yeah, same.
moving on to wild card. So I also like him as a pick. Can give you odd returns in a game week when others are
Absolutely.
not doing well. So yeah, that's there. Quickly moving to transfer trends. I know this view might be a little smaller one, but let me just zoom it.
Yeah, you can bring it up all over, like
The red
cover
ones
the
are
entire
transfer
screen.
outs, right?
Yeah, we'll first, let's say, discuss the defenders. So
Yeah,
what we are seeing right now, Gabriel, the most transferred, James, Vimarsh, as you were
Reece
talking.
James.
yeah, yeah,
Yes, Timber, Senesi, Mukiele. Obviously, after so
yeah.
Mukiele, Defcon projections are almost as much good as Senesi. So I don't know why I overlooked him over, like, Rodon could have been an amazing, amazing pick on wildcard.
Yeah, 17 pointers.
I was looking at his, so I I
But
was
would you
looking
have
at,
played him though? That's the question, no?
yeah, he was playing Wolves, no? So I would have
No,
played him.
but so you would have started him if you had
Yeah,
him.
because anyway
Okay.
my bench Senesi was benched.
Hmm.
So that is like, anyway, but
But
obviously,
yeah, I mean, I feel now their fixture run is poor. Like now, this was the last good
yep,
fixture that they had, and he will continue giving you like somewhat like a maybe
four.
a 3 or a 4 pointer.
Yep.
If they concede two, he gives you a 3 pointer. Else he gives you a 4 pointer, and more often than not, he will just be on your bench.
Mm,
So I don't find him as a like a priority at all. Like the
yep.
top three, those are the ones I'll be looking at for the next 3-4 game weeks. I will not be even interested in Senesi if you don't have him still. Like the next few fixtures are very tough for Bournemouth.
Yep.
They're very likely to concede a few goals. So rather go and somebody who surprisingly, yeah, I mean he's there, but he's at the sixth position. I like Munoz better, a lot better than anybody like say Senesi, or he's, you can consider him even above James for that matter. Like he has a very he has, I was checking the stats, he is actually 0.11 better in terms of XGI per 90 this season in comparison to Reece James. So, and he genuinely plays like a winger for Crystal Palace. He's always trying to give an assist. He often scores an odd goal here and there as well. So he's a great, and so Ritin is in our chat, and Rushabh also pointed out the same thing that they like Munoz a lot, and
Yeah,
Ritin has had him from day one in his
yeah.
team, and in the long term, it has shown that we cannot just overlook the attacking threat from defenders. We cannot just always only look at DEFCON potential. There are picks we need to have a balance of picks when it comes to those who are attack minded versus those who are DEFCON minded,
But
right?
now
So,
when
and Munoz is a great example.
so now when I, like, let's say from a season long perspective, if I have to ask you and both of you guys, so if you have to pick, like, so we are kind of set on playing 3-4-3 or 3-4, I would say 3-4 or 3-5-2 for the season, right? And if I have
Yeah,
to pick, Gabriel is kind of a no-brainer now.
yeah.
I think our keepers will be between Sanchez, Pope, and Raya most of the game week. So, who are the other two kind of no-brainers? Now, Munoz has put in a case that is so strong that I think he has taken away that narrative that DEFCON is more important now and more
Yeah.
predictable thing to bank upon rather than. But a Munoz like player gives you attacking return in three straight games, and there you are. You covered up all the loss that you had done, maybe by not getting DEFCON and the clean sheets.
So for me, it's when you're talking about first question, or you were talking about the formation for, so for from a long term perspective, I until I have to get my team towards the second bench boost, I am planning to move it into a structure where I'm, for most weeks I am playing something like a 4-4-2 or a 3-5-2. I am not considering playing just three defenders. And from that perspective, I do feel there is a very strong case of going with three premium defenders almost, or like a semi premium to premium defenders, s- wherein almost two of those defenders are, or including a goalkeeper, if we consider like two of these three positions, two defender and a goalkeeper have to be the premium players, like a it could be a Raya, a Gabriel combination, or a Gabriel Calafori slash Timber combination. So
Right.
that is there. Then third position for the second, like for the third defender, it has to be another premium, and we're talking like a semi premium to premium. We are talking about somebody picking somebody from a Senesi, Munoz, or someone like a Reese James, or say Chaloba or Burn. So 5 to somewhere around 5.5 million players. That is someone whom I'm looking for the third position, and the rest too I can adjust based on my balance of funds. One I'll keep as a 4 million defender for sure, but fourth defender position I'll maybe say figure out if I want to keep like a 4 million or a 4.5 or another 5. But my long term vision, like idea, is to move from a to a place where I can even play four defenders in a given week.
Hmm. Sounds
Hmm.
good. Any final thoughts, Vimash?
No, I absolutely agree. I mean, it's there's nothing to add. I mean,
Because defenders have put, like I feel I've been guilty of not noticing this but still not backing this enough. Like
Yeah.
we've been seeing the defender returns, like like defenders have returned better than Salah this season.
Hmm.
Like that is a clear indication of how well the defenders are doing. The teams who are doing well, they have good defenders with them. They are backing these high scoring defenders.
I think the
uh, and we've been
midfielder
exploring
ceiling kind of discourages us from playing four defenders.
Yeah.
But I think all those players who are managers who are doing well this season, they haven't been afraid to, I think, play four defenders sometimes.
exactly.
Yeah, so I agree on that. Yeah.
And I think if I talk about myself, I was kind of moving away from that notion of thinking of picking a Munoz like player whom I was very keen once the fixture run start because of how predictable DEFCON was becoming. But now I see the impact like it has. No, I mean 13 pointers is something that Munoz can only get in a tough game week, right? So that's where, in like hindsight, even a tough game, a Munoz like player scores. We need to look at how good a player in terms of return is, and I think that's where it is. Moving to the
Yep.
midfielders, guys. Salah has obviously taken twice the price drop. This I think just in last 7 days now. Reinders going out. Rishabh was mentioning whether to move him out. So I think, yeah, I mean, I'm also in favor now for at least till the time game week 12 when we see. So what I see is everyone is kind of going to have at least 3 to 4 transfers by that time. I don't see teams moving a lot because most of the wild card are going to be played by game week 10 maximum. I feel I think no one is going to stay till 13 and take all those price bones. Otherwise, you have a team that is able to digest these price changes, volatility, and you're still in terms of a good place. So then it is fine. But otherwise, I think people are playing those wild card, and the team kind of is moving with one Haaland and no Reinders, which was in game week 6 with Reinders, now game without Reinders, and we have picks like Caicedo also coming up, scoring goals
And
like
he has also risen again, like,
yeah,
right? He was 5.8, he's already
yeah,
5.9.
yeah. Semenyo is risen by almost 1 million now. He was started at
Yeah,
1.1 million, in fact.
more, yeah, 1.1.
So, I mean, if I have to talk about key midfielder picks for someone who's on wild card, I think Saka, Enzo slash Caicedo, I would say, Semenyo, and I think I would even pick NDI again um, in this
Yeah,
bracket.
you have to have one between Grealish and NDI, I think. But
Yeah,
NDI, like if you want to see your player do a lot of things on the pitch and be involved a lot, you like that, then Grealish is your pick.
yeah.
If you feel that you probably just you would want to bank upon a set number of points over a given long-term period, then NDI is the safer pick.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
I think something like
yeah,
a Saka, Caicedo, Gakpo slash Mbumo and Semenyo, like these four kind of be a locked pick for at least a foreseeable 5-6 game week run. Don't worry about whether who to bench and like have a dud fifth one who can maybe with like a Shaka. You
Yeah.
can pick a Saka. He will give you at least 4 or 5 pointers each game week. So if you have to play in any
honestly,
odd
he's not
week,
even a dud now. Shaka is not even a dud. He's
is
just returning every week.
yeah. So I mean,
Uh,
a view to consider
But
that
I
as
do feel like I resonate with your point that I think there are we are it's always very in flux kind of a situation. There was a point where we didn't have enough forwards in the beginning
yeah,
of the season, and now we're sort of realizing there are not enough midfielders as such. Like you can afford to have like just you can bank on just maybe four decent midfielders, and those two are not also the most high priced midfielders in the game.
yeah.
uh,
So uh, I
maybe.
with that in mind, I feel you need to have one 7.5 to 8 million or even up to 9 million kind of a spot ready in your team,
Mm-hmm.
which
In a
is
midfield.
you could think of somebody like Eze, Gakpo,
Okay.
Mbumo up to Fernandes.
Makes sense.
People will not like that, but I still find Fernandes, if you have him in your team like I do,
Will you
I
hold
am
him
not
this week?
pushing to move him out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
True, but I just feel that I mean, considering what data points we have and the run of fixtures going forward, I feel in the mid. I mean, Semenyo obviously everyone has now. I think
Yeah.
Saka's, for me personally, he seems like a must-have. No other
Yeah,
player
yeah, yeah.
don't have.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
so those are the
you
only two
should
players.
have Mbumo or Fernandes apart from Saka and Semenyo.
Correct, correct. And up front, apart from Haaland, I don't see anyone nailed right now. It'll definitely
Exactly.
change between Voltemade, Joao Pedro, Mateta,
Mateta.
considering how he does.
Saar is
So
going
Yes.
to become a pick
Star
soon.
is, yeah, exactly. So midfield, apart from Saka and Semenyo, the other places are up for grabs, is what I feel. Defense mostly again Gabriel, not we already discussed, but it's a little confusing in terms of holding your transfers, doing some transfers this week. That's the most
Yeah,
confusing.
it's
We'll discuss it
exactly.
later, but yeah, it's
Exactly.
very
Thank
confusing.
you for pointing that. It's very confusing. Okay, then forward transfers.
I think
Voltemade up top
Voltemade,
with Mateta and
Mateta
Haaland.
are the two ones
Yeah,
who
those are
should.
the picks. Those are the picks of the flavor of the week picks, basically.
Yeah,
Voltemade, Mateta, and Haaland.
I
Yeah.
don't think
yeah.
anyone expected a hat trick from Mateta, but it just happened. I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean, I don't want to get him. The trend is basically moving Gyökeres to Mateta. I feel that's counterintuitive. Like, if
yeah,
at all, I would expect Gyökeres to somehow maybe even score in that game,
yeah. I mean, he's
right?
scoring from all body parts now, so
Yeah,
Yeah, like
he's a
next game
forward.
week,
It's
Mate
fine.
Gyökeres will have two goals, and then the entire narrative will change again.
yeah.
So it's
Exactly.
better to hold your guns, and I think Mateta becomes a pick by game week 10. So
10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
you can wait till then.
Also, I am not very keen on moving João Pedro to Voltemade. I don't
Neither am
see
I.
like Voltemade seems like he doesn't have a high ceiling because the team is not creating that amount of chances. Like
True.
good that they scored three
Yeah,
goals in Champions League, but Champions League you like not every team is the top tier level team also that they're playing,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
So Premier League they have been only able to generally score one or two goals at max, or
Correct.
even
But
sometimes not even
the
a
advantage
single.
with that is Voldemort is taking away the bonus points also because he's the only one scoring or something.
But
They either win
even
1-0
then,
or 2-1.
yeah, that is the other thing I was noticing. He's not getting a lot of bonus points also.
Isn't he
He's
getting one or two
always get
points? He had 8,
he's
7.
always getting 6 or 7.
Then let me see. Let me confirm. I saw 8 pointer. One sec.
Once he might have, but mostly when he scored, he's on 7 points, four from
True.
the
I mean, the defense is
six
also
or
taking away
seven.
But
points,
I
no?
would
Because
say like
Newcastle.
Gordon is also a good pick in their team, given he has the penalty rights till the time he's on pitch. So that's also the case. But yeah, I mean,
So yeah, for me, point being, João Pedro to Voltemade seems a very luxury move, especially
Hmm.
considering João Pedro has a great run of upcoming fixtures.
Correct,
So
correct. True. I agree.
I think if you have him, definitely
Yeah.
I'm holding on to him
Even I am
yeah,
at
holding.
least
Just
for the next week.
in
also
If
the
just
he's
to
so poor again
next
yeah,
in the
game
next
week,
week also, then there is a decision to
hat
be
trick
made.
next
next game.
game week, a haul for Joao Pedro is surely going to give you a green arrow. no matter
Yeah.
what.
So just adding to the Voltemade point, he actually has had bonuses in the 6 games. So he's had bonuses in 3 games. He's had three, two, and one.
Oh,
So that's what I'm saying. Because the ones he's had the bonus in, in one game he only scored. In another game, they won 2-0 and one goal was his.
I think
Right?
what Voltemade's case has been better for is because Visa is still not fit. I think that
That's true.
has
But
been.
Voltemade has an insane XG. I mean, in the last 3 games, he's had 0.29,
He's
1.37,
very
and point
efficient.
0.6.
He's very
Yeah,
efficient.
very high XG. So also the back heel goal he scored was had a lot of flair. So I mean, he
I'm
has also,
first moving to the over and underachievers. So
yeah.
if you look at the over underachievers, even after what Mateta did last game week, he so the interesting stat. Mateta had scored 3 goals. His XG was 3.48 last game.
Yeah.
Correct, correct. He underperformed.
Still
Yes,
underperformed, but yeah. So
Sharma ji ka
Mateta,
beta hai.
Mateta is obviously someone people are considering. We have Cunha and Bruno over there. So Bruno again,
I'm
like
not surprised to see Beto there.
Yeah, at all. Not surprised. Yeah.
yeah.
He better
So
be there.
Bruno, so like the point here to show is that Bruno again, if anyone is having still a decent pick, can keep.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know underperforming XG also means he's missed the penalties, but
correct,
he's still getting those chances. I mean, last game week, even if he's top in the second half, he was among there, like he was looking like, and obviously got an assist as well again. So
correct.
that's there.
Yeah,
Then Eze and Cunha also haven't got anything, but kind of have racked up a decent XG. And this is last 5 game weeks, 4 game weeks. Sorry, I filtered for. So again, could be a decent pick. Eze is among the chances. Gordon is also there. So I mean, these players are being considered because they are on the eye test looking good, but just not converting in terms of the FPL pointers. Looking at the overachievers, so Caicedo is there, but I feel Caicedo's goal are low XG because from the place he scores, he's like that, giving me those SCN vibes now from Chelsea now, and I have him on my team.
He scored another goal, by the way,
What a goal
yesterday
that was!
who,
in
who?
Champions League.
Outside the
Caicedo.
box bullet
Ah,
strike, but got deflected.
He
But
only he believes in scoring bangers. That's all. Like, he just does that.
okay, right. Then we have Haaland. Obviously, we know the way he's performing. Bowen has overperformed. Then any Krupi slightly overperformed. No, he's performed
That's fine.
1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So these are like some of the picks. I mean, we will be seeing and people following FPL Twitter as well will keep on seeing the names that we are showing over here because some are underperforming, so becoming a differential pick, and those who are overperforming obviously are kind of moving towards more of a template-ish kind of draft now.
Bhai, so just going back to that visual,
Yeah.
so I think there was a question in the chat. So Zeruel DCC, he's saying that he has Sar, Anthony, and NDI, and he wants to bench one.
Hmm.
So, and I see Anthony who's been overperforming in this chart. So, would you play Anthony over Sar? Because I think NDI definitely you have to play.
Yeah.
He has pens as well. Sar is playing Arsenal, away. Anthony, they're playing Wolves away.
I replied to him. I said Sar safe to bench because I'm also benching Sar. I mean, I'm betting
Yeah.
both my Palace assets. So it's a good.
Anthony is a much more talismanic player for Burnley, so I
I
would
mean,
not be
one game,
surprised if he ends up
if
scoring or
one game,
assisting.
yeah, one game that
yeah,
you can target Anthony for and
this
could
one.
be a good one is Wolves for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, just
Yeah.
one more question: like, would you, if you could get to say the third attacker, third forward position to somebody like a Thiago who's 6.1 priced at the moment, would you consider that? Or would you say no, I'll completely maybe say have Foster who's 5 million from or say
Goopy.
even go down to Krupi Jr. or
Yeah.
somebody like a Gu.
And I
What would
was
you
coming
prefer?
to that, and I wanted to show you Brentford fixture run only from 10. So it has Palace, Newcastle, like decent fixture run. So even if you want to play, I mean, Thiago kind of player, you can like at least try 1 or 2 game weeks within this run till.
Brentford.
But is it worth it? So what I feel is like definitely you'd want to play him say in Brighton away and Burnley away, and
Yeah.
say even maybe Tottenham away if there are,
May-
if you know your fifth midfielder is not better than Thiago.
I would honestly only play him against Burnley in this run of fixtures,
So
or
then
maybe
does it warranty? Then does it warrant
no,
having 6.1 million
no.
tied
I'd
up in
rather
that place?
you or Krupi personally. I mean,
Hmm.
not a 6.1 million
But
forward from a
Gu might not. He's like he's a supporting player for Pedro. I feel like he's going to be
correct. I won't
supporting
play him. No,
Pedro.
he'll be a dud player. I'll put all the money in my
Yeah, if
midfield.
people are not on bench boost, then I like that because I was
Yeah.
thinking more of like if people are on bench boost, then my idea was bench boost 12, and I was thinking then
Hmm.
maybe I save funds and upgrade some of my midfielder Shaka and like I get Isak to Thiago and have lot of funds to maybe get
So
someone.
Brentford are playing Brighton
Yeah.
away.
And yeah, I mean, they're definitely going to lose. They might score one.
Brighton at home are different.
But even
Yeah,
Even Krupi Junior could be my like I could
yeah,
do that
exactly.
So
later.
Much better.
Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Bournemouth are playing West Ham. That
Yeah.
is a good but you don't know. I mean, I think that is only with the caveat that Evanilson is injured up till game week 12.
Yeah.
And I think game week 12 comes after the international break,
Yep.
I think
right?
West Ham would have trained a bit and
So
been probably
that's too
a bit.
far. Like I don't like any fixture right after the international break. Although I think this time in game week
If
8,
if
the bench
Gui
boost really worked out for people.
if Gui becomes the pick, then the Chelsea plays Burnley. I think in 12. Yeah.
Chelsea plays Burnley.
Yeah.
Hmm. But yeah, I
But
mean, I would. That's the thing. I'm not sure about Maresca giving him that much confirm. Like, whether you can be so sure of Gu's minutes. It's a
hmm,
bonus if he plays.
hmm, right.
Like, for example, I would be encouraged if you have Gu somehow and you even think you can and you want to think about a bench boost. I would take my chance at
Yep.
it.
Yep. Fair. I just wanted to point out a United fixture run. So if you focus on United, they play Brighton, then Nottingham again with the new manager. And given now we feel that United has some momentum,
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
feel like ones who are having Bruno, there is no point to sell. I think it's a good keep, but I think Mbumo is also
Yeah.
becoming a case for me
That's
now that, and
Yep.
that's where I'm thinking, should I like use my ESAC funds to get Mbumo by next game week and then keep him for at least till 15 because that
um
saves me a
yeah,
lot of like because there are high chances he becomes a pick, and I want
correct.
to board on that.
I mean, he's
Someday,
already a pick, but the only thing is, this is what I am also following, and I would like that kind of makes sense to me also. But the thing is, I right now I have three free transfers, and I believe how many do you guys have?
I
I
don't. I
have
Among
have one.
four.
you have one. So yeah, so what I am planning to do is like holding on this week, and then next week I might downgrade Bruno to Mbumo to just get some funds and get in Saka and make all my transfers because I'll have four and I can do anything with my
I
team.
mean,
So I
Mbumo
would
and Saka
prefer.
is anyway better.
Correct. I would prefer Mbumo for this run of fixtures as compared to Bruno, is what I feel now. Seeing what I've seen in the last 8 game weeks.
But
Mbumo seems
if you have an opportunity to keep Bruno, Saka both in the
correct.
team, then
Absolutely.
that is
Yeah,
better.
yeah,
But if not,
yeah.
if you need funds, then I think you can move.
Correct. We will also have a little clarity on how Gyökeres is playing, how Voltemade is playing again in the new game week, and also how Mateta plays against Arsenal. Right. So
Yeah,
we'll kind of have an idea there, and then we can probably circulate our funds in the right way as well. So
yeah. So Aman was mentioning about keeping Jao Pedro, and if you look at the fixture, and they play Sunderland, then Spurs, then Wolves at home, and then Burnley, and then game week 13 is a tough fixture. And then again, it is also a decent run post that as well. So I think keeping
right.
Jao Pedro for me, I don't think there's a transfer to be wasted there. I think he can hit the ground running. He needs just a supporting cast, is what I think he's been lacking. He's been doing all those trace back runs where he gets very less time to get into those positions to score, which he had those opportunity in the initial game. I do feel like if Chelsea start playing Estevao more, it makes Pedro
Hmm.
better. Like even like just any supporting player. It's more about Yeah, and as Rishabh is mentioning in the chart, we all want Gui to start. He can
Yeah,
do some of those creative
right.
work for Pedro to work, and hopefully Enzo gives one penalty to Pedro in the next game week. That would be nice. In terms of bench boost, guys, and I know a lot of people were targeting 8, 9, and then 11 is also becoming a good
Yeah,
shout now. So if you look at the fixture run, I am personally on game week 11 or 12. It just becomes a vibe.
12 is also looking good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's more like a vibe play now, whether I feel better playing in game week 11. I will still have 12 good players, 12 players with good fixtures at least, and I think that is enough. What we've seen in the wild, like with bench boost, is that it has worked out in any case. Like people are getting at least 14, 15 points no matter what you have on your bench. So, and there are
Right.
off picks like Mukwele giving you 17 point, which covers up for the entire bench boost, right? So, um,
basically, yeah.
so yeah, like you can target 11. If you are on wild card in this game week and not played bench boost, then I would say target 11. It looks much favorable from a fixture, like good teams playing easier team, and then you can rack up those players. 12 will obviously fall in the same case, just that depends what is the striker combination I primarily you are keeping. Like if you are less on Liverpool City in that game week, then you can obviously target. If you just have two players like I have Isak and Haaland, then that's why I'm thinking game week 11 makes sense. Otherwise, game week 12 also makes sense from a bench boost perspective.
Right.
Yeah,
Any
I'm very confused on that, like what to do, and that's a big decision for me to be made in less than 24 hours now. Whether to play bench boost in game week 9
you want to
by making
you want
say
to
a couple of
visit your
transfers.
team now? We can
Yeah,
visit the team.
yeah, if
No,
that's
no,
the
we'll.
case.
I'm just trying to have the bench boost discussion. But I mean, yeah. So there would be a lot of managers who might have Anderson, and he's injured short term. It seems, although on the app it is now his probability is being shown as 0%. So he's for sure out of the
Next game
9
week.
game week. But again, like I don't know what to make of the comments from the manager, like whether I can keep him and expect him to be fit by game week 11 sort of saves me a transfer, right? And I'm still able to play bench boost decently, or I just get away with the bench boost this week, and then by 11 or say by in 10, 11, 12, I am able to make one position almost a dud and improve my team overall.
Yeah.
So there's a trade off. How long do you want to hold that off? And it's important because for somebody who had maybe wildcarded in game week 6, by now if they must have say somewhere like 4 transfers saved up, or if they had more transfers from before, they might even have 5. So then, if you have 5, then you anyway have to make a transfer, else you're burning your transfers. If you have 4, then there is a decision whether you want to roll this week and not play the bench boost, and then by next in game week 10 you want to fix your team and say with another transfer in game week 11, have a good team for bench boost 11 or 12 even. So there's a decision over there. Need to
I I think
and I feel these are good windows. You don't need why I'm s- uh, why I am trying to emphasize more on this, because if you are able to get it out of your way soon, you will be able to make your transfers much more efficiently. So it's fine to just ensure that you are done with the game week with bench boost by game week 12 at max, I feel.
yep. Yeah, I do agree. And I feel like if you have the dilemma of Anderson, I would like in your place, I would move him on to probably a Burnley player again. Like Steve is fine. Anything you can keep. He still has a decent run after that also. So and like hit your bench boost. So in terms of other transfer that you want to use up, I think you just need to make up your mind whether there is a lot changing now in terms of the players that you want in your team. I don't. I think
Hmm.
you want Saka. That is not changing. I think you might want Mateta. you can free up funds or even move this game week and bench him for this game week. Maybe get a price rise again on Friday. He's expected to rise by Friday again, I think. So,
Mateta.
yeah.
Oh, that is
He's already
interesting.
on 7.6.
Yeah, he's on 7.6.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, for me to get him, I have to sell
I
Isak.
don't think he already had a rise this week, right,
Yeah.
Mateta?
Yeah.
He,
I don't
he,
think he'll have a two price rises in
I
the
think he
same
already
week.
rose from 7.5 to 7.6. A lot of people
Yeah,
did knee-jerk transfers after the last.
exactly,
but
exactly.
I think there is a fair shout. I saw on Twitter
Yeah, yeah,
there
he
is
definitely could. Yeah, he definitely could increase in price before 10. I mean, I'm not before this game week, but before 10, he definitely will rise in price again, is what I feel.
Yeah, for sure.
so
Even
with
Sar.
if you have like you can use Anderson could be injured this game week, next game week as well potentially,
As well.
right? So I think it's easier to move now and play your bench boost rather than
Yeah.
wait for 11. And considering you do need a like a good game week now, so it's fair like to play your chips, get a momentum in the squad, like in terms of points at least, and then see where it goes. At least use three transfers, I would say, to have Saka, and the other two picks like Steve can be one. Playing Bulls, I feel it is a fair shout for a clean sheet fixture as well.
Yeah, even I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's quickly look
Cool.
at
And I'll present you with, okay. So whose team are we discussing
so this is
first?
Suraj's wildcard draft. There are two drafts. So this is the one. So
Uh,
if we just like, I wanted to show this wildcard draft not in terms of that people on wildcard should do this, but this is a set of like a list of players, and I'll show this over two drafts that these are the set of players that we might see in most of the teams now. Haaland, Voltemade,
Correct.
and Matata are becoming common picks. Rightly so. I would add Pedro to this list as well because the fixtures are good for him. Maybe not the form right now. Saka, Semenyo, Sar go without saying right now. Minte, yes. I mean, a fair shout from a Brighton team. I think he is in terms of the maximum share of goals or any goal contribution, he's there. Shaka, obviously, the DEFCON potential. You guys want to add any more players to this list? I mean, we've discussed about Gakpo, Mbumo, and others.
So
Nothing.
he's not playing. He also acha, okay, yeah, he has to play his bench boost as well. So from that perspective, I think, and he's targeting game week 10 bench boost because Shaka is playing. I don't know whom, but it's a easy fixture in game week 10, right? Sunderland.
Everton.
Yeah, they're playing Everton.
Yeah, fair.
So it's a fair shout. I mean, definitely he can expect a 4 pointer in that game from Shaka at the least. I mean, not at least. I mean, it's a decent expectation to have a 4 pointer. Yeah, and other than that, I like the picks, right? And I mean, the only difference or only change I might think about is,
Enzo.
Minte Voltemade position. I would maybe even think about, say, making Voltemade somebody like a Gue. Uh, I mean, but again, like it's with the idea that whether he has to play a bench boost or
I'd
not.
rather keep Enzo somehow in this.
Yeah,
If you've taken out
yeah.
Pedro, just keep one Chelsea attack, or at least, I mean, Chaloba in defense, somebody in defense, somebody
No,
from.
he
But he already has
Sanchez.
Sanchez,
Playing
yeah. So
Sanchez.
you keep Enzo then. Enzo
Yeah,
is.
I would rather have Enzo in place of Sar for now. Sar
Uh,
is somebody you can always move Enzo to in a few game weeks.
I'd rather have Enzo in place of Minte or Shaka. Minte just has had three returns, if I'm not wrong. So
But Minte is actually pretty involved in the attack, right? He's always high on assist, in assist threat. So I like the pick actually. But I mean, this is also good considering that he'll
Minte,
always almost
yeah,
play, sort of a 3-4-3 formation.
correct. But
In
Minte has just had one goal and two assists in 8 games, so he's not. It's not like he's been involved in everything. That's what I'm saying. In Brighton, you never know what's gonna happen. So I would rather get Enzo in place of Minte and just downgrade Shaka or whoever. Sar also I'll keep because Sar and Mateta have a very good run of fixtures for at least 10, 11, and 12.
I think he's very stretched on cash. With this draft, he probably only has point 0.2 or maybe even zero in the bank. I don't know. Varun
I
can
mean,
tell better.
he just needs to go to point 0.5 for Minte, right? And he can just downgrade Shaka.
I feel he can even think of moving down Diouf
Youth,
to
yeah,
somebody,
hold on.
somebody like a Rodon,
Yep,
uh, and get the money out
yeah,
from there.
yeah. So yeah, that's
So,
the
guys, one more thing I was thinking, there is a thought process, like even I was thinking about it. Like Chelsea, off late, we have been conceded, like we have kept a few clean sheets. But if you look at our XGC data, we are conceding like almost 1.5 to 2 XGC every game.
Hmm.
It's just that we are keeping a clean sheet. So if you are going down to somebody like a Sanchez and essentially Chelsea defense, uh, would you rather maybe even think about moving down to Petrovic, and you know say then maybe upgrade Senesi to somebody like Reece James instead?
so
Because
honestly,
with
I'm
Reece
not
you get a lot of
correct,
attack threat.
correct, correct.
Petrovic, Senesi, moving out Senesi, you still get the Bournemouth clean sheet.
Correct.
The only thing is Senesi gives you a sure shot extra 2 DEFCON points every week. So that is the only difference if between Petrovic and Senesi.
Right. The only thing is, I'd rather keep a Chelsea defender for attacking returns because Chelsea are not.
Exactly.
I'm not exactly keen on Chelsea keeping clean sheets because they just had 3 clean sheets in 8 game weeks, and the last clean sheet was against Nottingham Forest, who are not in the best of form. So one kind of expected because they're not able to score goals, right? And even there, you're saying
Two
Chelsea
XG,
GC of
more than 2 XG. See,
yeah, yeah. So I'm not keen on keeping a Chelsea defender for clean sheets. That's why I was contemplating Reece James or Chalobah or
yeah.
somebody like yeah. So
Even
that's
Chaloba has been amongst goals and
yeah,
assists. He has had
2 goals.
2 goals
Correct,
and 1 assist.
correct. Yeah, that's more
And
than
Reece
Aluba Minte.
James,
That's more than Minte.
exactly.
So that's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
point. Yeah,
So I like that as well. Even for my own draft, I'll discuss with you guys. I am
yeah.
also thinking something like that.
And let's just move
But
on to
yeah, I mean, there are a few positions I'd say. Like
yeah,
basically, what the his general idea over here seems to be going with a triple Arsenal, which has
yeah. Correct.
two defenders in Timber Gabriel, which is the best, probably the best combination right now, and Saka. I don't and Semenyo. These four and Haaland as well and Mateta.
Yeah,
These positions I think are absolutely a lock, and so is even Dubravka, I'd say. Then I think he wants to have a piece of Newcastle defense. And the option was to go with Sanchez and Burn combination or a Nick Pope and say a Chaloba combination.
right.
And that would have costed him point 0.3 extra if he had
Right.
gone that route. So instead, he's choosing to go with Sanchez and Burn. Uh, and then I think the last is, and then he also has Senesi, I think, from day one. So there's a lot of value locked in Senesi for him, I think.
Correct.
And that's why he's not so keen on moving him on. But I mean, see, right now, Senesi's price 5 million. He already he would be selling Senesi for 4.8, so just a point 0.2 million gap. I feel he can take a chance and move Senesi out, like for a few game weeks, even if he wants to. I don't mind it. Like, see, why I'm saying so, because you want to, that comes back from my four defender setup. And if you want to keep Senesi as well, then it becomes difficult to have four full on premium defenders in your team. Maybe then you not have Burn and go with somebody like
He's keeping a
Munoz or Reece
Sanchez
James.
as a Chelsea defense cover. I think he wants to keep that as a.
I
Hmm.
understand that, but like again, like my if I had to go a little more, attack mindedly, I would maybe think of having Petrovic in there and think about
Yeah,
keeping Munoz,
James or Harmon.
Reece James or Munoz, one of
Yep,
those two.
can be done. Can be done.
Yours,
Surely
yeah.
is a fair shout. I feel.
Yep.
The other draft that he has is obviously he has Gakpo,
Welbeck.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
Welbeck. I
And we were discussing. I like this as well. Actually, I
This is better.
genuinely like
This is
this
better
one.
than the previous one for sure. In the
yeah,
sense that Welbeck, I think Welbeck has had much more returns than any other player, if I'm not wrong.
he's
Yeah,
giving
no, he's had
consistent
4 goals.
returns. Yeah,
No, he's had 4 goals, 2 braces.
So I'd say for him in this, I was just since he had such a very small budget. If he wanted to fit in Welbeck and Gakpo in this, and instead of Josh Achimpong, I would rather suggest him to go with Tuan Zebe from Burnley. He's exactly 3.9 million, priced right now, and he also is getting like he has played 90 minutes in the last two games, and he's racking up defensive contributions as well. He got 11 defensive contribution in the previous match
Right.
against Leeds.
Hmm.
So I mean, he's a playing Burnley defender, a
Yeah.
much more certain one to play than Josh Achimpong,
Yeah.
because the moment Wesley Fofana is on the back is on recovery, I think that Maresca would prefer playing Fofana and Chaloba as the preferred centre back pairing for
Okay.
Chelsea.
Hmm.
So Achimpong is just filling up for places for times when he wants to rest a centre back from Chelsea.
Yeah,
I
I
would
think
rather
Suraj
go with
is
Tuanzebe.
I think Suraj has put a lot of emphasis on the fact that he's going to play his bench boost, and that's why his teams are kind of structured this way. So
Yeah.
again, even with Welbeck,
He's on a
replacing-
dude. I feel he's on a right now. He's thinking about game week 10 bench boost. He can
correct.
also do a game week 11 bench boost
No, a
12.
bench
and
boost nonetheless. My only
or
point here
12.
is Welbeck doesn't seem like a keeper because again minutes he hasn't had consistent minutes, and again I was looking at minutes of other players as well. I think Minte a lot of players are inclined on because he at least has kind of the maximum minutes. Even he hasn't played all 90 minutes, and even like let's say someone like Jorginho Rutter, even he hasn't had all 90 minutes. He's missed one game. One game he played just one half. So that's why I think a lot of managers are refraining from Brighton assets. So there's no
Hmm.
point. I feel personally right now getting a Brighton asset. Once somebody starts clicking and hits that patch that I was talking about earlier, I think that's the time to target. I think there are much more options over here. I think Enzo seems like a must-have here
So
in these
what
teams.
I was suggesting him was like if he downgrades Bond to a 4.1 Mukiele
Correct. Yeah.
and Diouf to also a 4 mil like a Rodon, which
Yeah.
is again does not like take away a lot away from his bench boost, but he can make
Correct.
Minte to Gakpo. So
Yeah, you could do Minty to Gakpo. So honestly, I liked Aman's point also. Your point is also valid. The point that Aman made around Senesi, I think you can let go of Senesi considering the fixture run as well. No point in keeping Senesi. Just get some funds from there and put it in the midfield or somewhere else. Get some funds from Senesi and Diouf, put it in the midfield, make a much better team. I think Mateta and Sar must have.
but again, we are all talking this as a short term. That's why like Senesi we've seen considering more like a season pick now, given his
It's
fixture
fine.
run.
I mean,
I don't
I
think
am
so now.
never fully tied to any player. Like, I don't feel like
Yeah,
that.
that's there.
It's,
That's there.
I understand. I feel he's gained a lot here also. Like, from 4.5, he's already gained like zero point 0.3
5.1.
from that.
Yeah.
He's 5 million right now,
Yeah,
Senesi, I
five,
think.
five.
So,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes. Gained a
so
lot.
if he rises to 5.1, then he will end up gaining one more, a point 1 extra,
Yeah.
I suppose. I don't know. Maybe he got him at 4.6 because for me also, Senesi is 4.8 right now.
Yeah. Yeah, he got it 4.6 only, I think.
Right,
Oh,
right, right.
So this is my team. Isak is injured, so I think I will still play with this team, and if Sar comes in, I'm fine. Or
yeah.
I'm thinking I can use my transfer to make him to Voltemade, but I don't know what is like how much upside that gives me over a longer run, but that can be done. Or if I make him to Voltemade. Hit, I thought of considering an hit again, probably to get Saka for Eze, but I think if I've decided on a particular structure, I think I should stick to it and like at least test Eze
Yeah.
against his former team. He
Yeah, he
could
could definitely return. Yeah.
he could definitely
I agree.
return again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
so
could be a yeah. He
homecoming.
could, yeah. He could score a goal. But seems like a decent team. The only problem here is with Isaac, which was unexpected. But I would just suggest holding him, not rushing into transfer. Just let it be for now, is what I feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Sar first bench, or maybe I can even do Saka. He can get 4 points at least for me, or maybe Sar only is fine. So that's what
Yeah.
my idea is right now. Not worrying much about I'm playing Rodon. Thought about playing Dubravka, but the way fixture puts me off. Pope is fine,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's there.
I think
Uh,
the team looks fine. No need, no pressing transfers except Isak, but you don't need to do that
this
since you
is
already paid the
Aman.
wild card.
Aman, I think you shared this as your potential moves, and I need to just get in Vimarsh's team. on this as well,
I
I
don't
think.
think this is doable.
Okay, now.
Uh,
I think you're doing
let me
Bruno.
quickly check. I don't think I can maybe do
You're,
that.
you're doing Bruno, Rhea,
Saka.
and which player to these players?
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. This is doable actually.
No, no. Which players are the ones that are getting replaced by Saka, Enzo, and Pope? One is Bruno.
Huh. So I have Raya. I
Uh,
have
Bruno.
Bruno Fernandes and Foden in place of Enzo
Foden.
and Saka.
Oh, then this is doable, right? Easily.
This is doable. Yeah. Yeah. This is doable. But like this was my first thought initially. So okay, guys. So like the original thought was that I will just move Raya, Anderson, and Foden to Pope, Gabriel, and Enzo.
Hmm.
I had the exact money for that, and then obviously Gabriel got a price rise, and I am priced out of that move by point 0.1 million.
Hmm.
Otherwise, that would have been my straightforward move. I just was waiting that for Enzo to play, or figure out whether he's fit or not in the championship, in the Champions League. And by then, Gabriel already had a price rise.
So
Yeah, so that is out of the picture now. And if I have to make the entire all the moves, so the idea is that ultimately I get to say Mateta and Gabriel as well in this team. So I bring Gyökeres down to Mateta, and then
Hmm.
say I take Anderson up to Gabriel, because I definitely feel going without Gabriel every week has been hurting me insanely.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like from game week 6, when I chose to not have him because I wanted, I wanted to bet on Foden, which has failed massively, is because and from then that week onwards, there has been a 16-point delta between Calafiori and Gabriel, and both of them had the same number of clean sheets, but
yeah.
it's just that Gabriel has been returning, like,
Goals
somehow
and assists.
anyhow he has gotten a goal, he's gotten bonus,
Assist,
he's gotten
assist also.
defcon, he's got an assist,
Yeah,
everything. Like he chose to give all the returns in just these 3 weeks.
yeah.
So I feel, and I do not like, Crystal Palace is still a match I am okay to take on Gabriel. But
Hmm.
for the next match, which is Burnley, I'm absolutely shit scared of not having Gabriel in my team. Okay, so that has to happen by game week 10, anyhow, somehow.
Hmm.
Okay, guys. So now let me tell you what can happen. Okay, now you have to help me out. I have a few options. I have to play my bench boost also. So one option is I just roll this week. I will have 5 free transfers next week.
Hmm.
Correct.
I make all these moves all at once,
Even I am planning on that. That is what I would
and
suggest.
and I maybe think of then playing the bench boost in game week 11.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Okay. So the transfers could be somewhat like this only, and add Anderson to Gabriel and Gyökeres to Mateta to that. This is doable. I
yeah.
have the funds. But the risk is I will be banking on Rangers to be playing in game week 11. Now, of that, I'm feeling less and less confident of. Although I will have a couple of transfers also, right? By one more
11.
transfer to manage that if there is a risk to
I mean,
Rangers.
he's also a differential right now, Render, so you can, like,
Yeah.
having
Okay.
him
So that's one.
does not hurt you anyway.
But Rajinder is not returning.
Yeah, Rajinder is not returning.
Exactly. So that's first idea. Roll and do the 5 transfer next week and play bench boost in game week 11. Second, I can do just one transfer of Anderson to somebody like, say, Van Hecke or Michael Keane, for example. 4.5, all four, both 4. Van Hecke is actually 4.4, and I do this one transfer and play my bench boost
Hmm.
This week.
this week itself.
Oh,
I am also
I think that
of
seems much better than
much
wasting all
better.
these transfers right now. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
second, now the third option.
yeah,
I do just 2 transfers. I get in Reece James and
yeah.
Enzo Fernandez
Yes,
for Anderson and Foden.
yes.
And again, I play the bench boost this week.
I think that works for me also. Both are good.
I would not do Reece James, but any other defender is fine.
Now understand my thinking. So I really like him. I like the fact that he's been playing for 90 minutes in
90
the
minutes.
last four games,
Yeah,
and
Did
he's
he
in
play
a good
19
form.
Champions League also?
not sure.
Let me check
That
quickly. I
that
don't
that
think
will put me off. If he hasn't played, then you can get him for a point.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He didn't even start in the match.
Oh,
हाँ तो
get
then
him,
that's fine.
get him,
Get him.
get him.
He was not even in the squad for. He was in the squad. He was not even subbed on.
Go
So
for it.
he
I
will
think
be
you should take
playing.
out Calafiori and get Reece James.
What?
अरे यार मजाक कर रहा हूँ भाई.
अच्छा अच्छा.
Joking.
No. So that's second option. Okay. ठीक
Yeah,
है. Now listen to my like another option.
yeah.
I do somebody like I do three transfers now. Raya, Anderson, and Foden. I do Petrovic. I do Gabriel, and I do Enzo Fernandez
And bench boost.
and bench boost.
But
So
the only
I
problem is with
I
Petrovic.
basically I keep Gabriel base. I get in Gabriel right away.
Yeah,
Okay. I get in Enzo. I already have Joao Pedro. And Petrovic, I feel long term will be fine for a 4.5 million. He will also,
I
he frees up all. He frees up. By the way, he frees up 1.1 million for me
correct,
from the goalkeeper position, which is
correct,
right now Raya.
correct.
He's 0.7 million cheaper than Nick Pope. So
Agree.
that's a lot of money for me to play with for any other position.
I mean,
That
honestly, I want to say that Gabriel might not be a must-have, but then if he scores, you'll be cursing me. I mean, for this game week at least.
exactly
Yeah,
for this game week, he's. I also feel he's not a must-have.
but he
And
might score, so that's
so
the problem with
so
him.
if I do those three transfers next week, what I'll do Pedro to Mateta,
Right?
Joao Pedro to Mateta. If Pedro
Doesn't.
blanks this week, then Joao Pedro will move to Mateta,
Yeah.
and I'll give Gyökeres the game against Burnley, and the next week after I will have the option to say move Gyökeres and Reinders to Q and Saka. So I will be able to keep Bruno Fernandes and also have Saka in my team, also get Gu and Mateta by game week 11.
I think you can avoid Saka for this game week. That
Saka
is,
this week I'm not getting.
yeah.
I'm saying
And
Saka.
but
So the other option is I do the first thing like Petrovic, Gabriel and Enzo. Next week I simply do a switch between Fernandes and Gyökeres to move them to Saka and Mateta.
I
That's
think
one
it's
option.
easier. Yeah.
I think it's too many options.
No,
It's
but
too many options,
it
and
should.
that is my state of mind right now,
But
guys.
I'm going to.
Any help is
Is
much
much
appreciated from the
appreciated.
chat.
I think
Also,
you should at least play bench boost, and the combination
Yeah,
will help you
yeah,
decide over next
yeah.
24 hours.
so you guys, I should just get away with the bench boost this week itself.
Yeah, yeah. It
Yeah, you
is.
can play the bench boost, but you need to take out Anderson
Yep.
at least.
Obviously, I need to.
Yeah, at
He's
least
not even
Anderson.
Take out
50%.
Anderson, and I
There's not even a
feel
50% chance. It's 0% chance to play this week.
I think
yeah,
you
So
can
I
use
have
two
to
transfers, get in Enzo and remove Anderson. That should be enough and play the bench boost, is what I
and
feel.
play the bench
Just
boost.
save your transfers for next week and then just do two or three
yeah,
transfers, however.
because Gabriel is must then.
Yeah. You can get
I
Gabriel.
feel from that perspective only, I was feeling that maybe I just get done with the Gabriel move this week itself. Uh, and but then again, I'm so attracted by the upside of Reece James somehow
Yeah. I
because long term I will get Gabriel also in my
Hmm.
team. Like it might be that by the time I get him, he's already say 6.5 or 6.6.
Hmm.
correct. I agree.
That's the
This is
only other
Vimarsh's
thing.
team.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for resonating with my confusion.
No, but we'll help you solve it also
No, but
offline.
I gave you a solution. Anderson out, get somebody and just
Somebody.
no, that you have to choose. That one defender you have to choose. There are many options, but get an
इसीलिए
Enzo.
तो ऑप्शन दिए.
Any Enzo, get an Enzo. Enzo, you get in and you remove Anderson and get a defender in place of him. That can be anyone. I mean, that you have to that you have to choose. But yeah, that is what I feel is an imminent transfer that needs to be done. I mean, for this game week, and then
भाई
you
एक सेकेंड यार अभी हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं बिफोर एक टीम थोड़ा सा ये चैट में कुछ कुछ लोग पूछ रहे हैं सो ऋषभ हैज बीन आस्किंग अगेन एंड अगेन शुड ही स्टार्ट वैन डिवेन और ड्यूफ गाइस आई लेट प्लीज कंफर्म मी डिड ड्यूफ स्टार्ट लास्ट वीक आई फील समहाउ ही वाज बेंच्ड और समथिंग वाज ही
No, he played, I think. No, didn't
He
he?
played क्या? मुझे याद नहीं है.
I
Okay,
think he
he played,
played.
but no, भाई he played 45 minutes.
हाँ, तो
So
then he came in
क्या
the
scene
second
हुआ
half.
वहाँ पे? Is he injured or something?
No, maybe he came in the second half. Let me see. I don't even know.
So yeah, Rishabh bhai, I don't know the latest update on Diouf. If he's injured, I think you should play Van de Ven. I'm not so sure whether Aston Villa will be able to score. I mean, their last match they did score. Even in Champions League they scored. So uh, I suppose they can also score against Tottenham, but I feel Tottenham is a good defense anyway.
Yeah.
So if Diouf is a risk, you should definitely obviously start Van de Ven.
Yeah,
If not, who is Diouf playing? They are playing Leeds away. I think then you can start him
Yeah,
because
that's what I
Diouf
suggested.
always gives you an upside of assist.
yeah.
So
I think
better than Van de Ven.
Everton scores against Tottenham at home. So,
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Van de Ven is a no-no. Even though I have him on my bench and I've
No,
already
so Diouf is West Ham. No, West Ham is playing Leeds. So and
correct.
and
No,
you're
no,
saying Villa will score against
no,
Tottenham.
no,
You
I'm
think
talking about Tottenham and Everton.
Everton.
Tottenham is Everton or oh yeah, okay, it's
Yeah,
Everton. My bad,
yeah,
my
yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so Rushabh
Yeah,
is saying
yeah.
they gave him a break because he played international. So I think Diouf is a better pick any
Okay,
day.
Yeah,
yeah. Then Diouf is a better pick. Yeah.
correct. I
And
agree.
then by will Pedro play? Ritin is asking. I think he
Yeah.
definitely plays. He was given a full rest in Champions League. He definitely starts. And
Returns also.
I think UD is asking how so, how sure, how are you so sure? And Arsenal will annihilate Palace.
We are never
By
saying that.
I'm
No,
not
no, no.
sure they're annihilate, but I
He
do
said that it'll
believe
be
they will
close.
score.
Yeah, yeah. It'll be either 1-0, 2-0, 1-2-1, something like this.
But it will be
Correct.
like, and it could be a
A good
scrappy
game.
Palace goal also.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
might be a
good.
good game.
Yeah.
It won't
I
be
agree.
cakewalk for them.
But
Correct.
yeah, even in like Palace conceded 3 goals against from Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
Matlab,
No, that was
so
a really
They,
football game.
they
That was
are
very,
they
very
are
weird
no,
game.
that was a great game, yeah. What a
That's
game,
what I'm
by the
saying.
way.
I mean, in the
But
sense that I think 3 goals each side conceded was very unexpected.
they are like mirror image to each
true.
other. These two
Yeah,
teams.
yeah,
Exactly. That's why they play the same way as well.
correct.
The manager philosophies are also very much similar.
Yeah,
So crazy matchup. But yeah, I mean Arsenal match. I feel like it would be one, as we said, 1-0, 2-0, 2-1 win to Arsenal.
correct.
Could even be 3-1 win to Arsenal. I mean they're playing well right
Ash,
now. They're the best team in the league. Yeah.
Yeah, I
your
agree.
plans? Your plans for the
My plans initially were to remove Bruno, Kudus, and Gyökeres were my initial plans, and to get Saka, Enzo, and Voltemard. But
mm,
I am refraining from doing that right now because I want to get Mateta in game week 10. So I am just rolling my transfer this week,
So
and
what? So okay, you're rolling.
yeah, I'm
Hmm.
rolling my transfer. I'm banking on Kudus against
I
Everton.
think it's a your team. Yeah, you should just roll.
role.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's a role.
yeah, I'll
It
roll it.
doesn't require any transfer.
Yeah,
Genuinely.
yeah, I agree. So I mean, it. So honestly speaking, Bruno Fernandes, although he returned in the last game, it didn't seem like he would. He didn't have a very good game, honestly. He was losing possession a lot and he was playing very deep again. So, Bruno, we were very lucky that he got a return. I'm expecting a return against Brighton, but again, there's no certainty about it.
Hmm.
So, I am just rolling this week to have a much more broader range of options next game week and to just get the kind of team I want next game week is the only reason I'm rolling. Otherwise, I would have absolutely transferred players. If I had been on two transfers, I would have made transfers. But I have three right now, and I want to just gain one more and then just go all out in game week 9 and just make my transfers after game week 9.
Has Ritin shared his team?
Yeah, so he has shared his team with me. I think he had a few questions also. I
Okay.
will.
I
I
think
think
he
रितिन
he
को तो
forwarded
will.
it.
हमारे डिस्कस कर दिया, हम उसकी क्या कर रहे हैं?
Huh?
I think Ritin should be discussing our teams. We shouldn't be discussing.
In that sense, he's like, dude,
Top
he's
100.
I think in the top 500 or 600 of India right now.
Yeah, definitely.
He's in top. He's 60,000 or something. I think
Leading
in the
Yeah,
FPL
world.
Pulse, leading FPL Pulse League as well.
He's yeah, man. What a season he's having. What a season. Rishabh is
Rushabh,
saying I would remove Foden and
Foden and
Anderson and
Anderson.
bench boost
That's what I
this week.
said.
Yeah,
same as well.
Exactly what I said.
exactly,
Yeah.
Rishabh. We are all. I'm on the
Spot
same
I
page with
agree with
you.
you. I second that, Rishabh.
Yes, yes. That is the likely thing I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, his team,
I think he moved Salah, right?
Ritin's team. So no, he
There's
still
only
has
one question
Salah,
I have
and
though. There's one question
I,
I have in this team. Should I remove Kudus and get Enzo and just do one transfer?
you
I
can.
can. I would. I would.
Then you should. If you can, then you should.
I would.
If I could, I would.
No, I think you should.
No, so
I
you're
think you
saying
must.
you
No, I'll tell
I
you.
insist.
I insist.
No, no,
I demand.
but do you think not keeping Enzo for this game week and going with Kudus for this game week would could backfire?
No, I think it's a very even matchup between the two players.
Both will get 6 points.
Kind of, yeah.
That's
They
it.
I'm
are. They,
kind of leaning on
no, I think if Enzo gets on the
penalty.
scoreboard, he will have a goal.
Correct.
That's the upside with him.
I think it's good
Oh,
to
okay,
have
that
Enzo
way.
now.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think I'll probably move to Enzo and just do one transfer and have three next game week and then figure out
Yeah.
what to do.
Yeah.
that is also a great
Use
place
your
to be in, right?
use
With
your
three
Yeah,
transfers.
privileges. Use your privileges wisely.
privileges.
So quickly, just calling out Ritin's team and guys like whoever is in the chat. Uh, he is the leaderboard of our. He's the leader of our FPL mini league, and he's doing amazing. We also hosted him a couple of weeks back on our channel, so do check out his thoughts and his strategies. So he has Kelleher in goal. He has Munoz, Gabriel, Senesi, Konsa, and Esteve. Then in midfield, he has Sala, Semenyo, Kudush, Mitoma, and Stash.
Hmm.
And up front, he's got Haaland, João Pedro, and Mark Guiu. And I think he has two free transfers, zero point 0.2 million in the bank. What he's asking is whether he should roll this week, get three free transfers next week, and figure out what to do. Basically, he's asking whether he should give Salah one more chance, one last chance probably, or he's asking whether, then next week he's thinking about getting in another Arsenal defense, somebody like Timber,
Yeah.
and then he's thinking about Mateta, and he's also thinking about Mbumo. Again, like picks that you would just not, right away go to,
I think
you
I
know.
suggested him on a different group to move. He was asking about Saka and Voltemade. I'm not sure for Gui, so he can
And he
move.
hasn't played his wild card also, I think.
No,
And he hasn't played wild card.
Yeah.
he's on a
Yes.
league of his own. Saka,
Yeah.
I think he should get Saka, and then
Yeah,
um,
Saka in place of Salah is a straight swap,
Because
honestly.
he already has a available spot for Arsenal. So, and he basically just has Gabriel from Arsenal, nobody else.
yeah, so he should get
So,
Saka this week. There is no,
Yep.
it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
right, Saka, I feel, yeah, but yeah, but I think Saka has a better chance of scoring than, say, maybe even
Or
Gyökeres. You were
honestly, you
discussing,
could
right?
hold on to Salah. Hold on to Salah for this game week, honestly. I mean,
Why?
since
Would you?
I
No,
I
I
He
don't.
don't
will,
think so.
I
he
mean,
will
Saka
drop.
against
He could
Crystal
drop again.
Palace and Salah against. I mean, my first thought was just
By
More
that
than
that,
that, I feel he might even be dropped from the team this
Salah,
week.
yeah,
Yeah.
could be rested again. He was
He
rested
Salah.
was
last.
rested in Champions League, by the way.
No, no, that's a separate scenario. But in the Premier League, resting him would
Like
be
could play
the
60
beginning of
minutes. Could play 60
revolution,
minutes. Could play 60
Liverpool
minutes.
revolution.
I would rather, again, I would side with you, and I would definitely think about getting in one Arsenal defense. Maybe not this week, but definitely Saka this week.
Saka,
So
why?
other two, and that is one transfer. Next week you can get Gabriel and Mateta.
Yep.
So that's
Agreed.
the suggestion. Cool.
I
Anything
respect
else? Do we have anything in the chat?
I
Uh,
don't think there's
Mike
anything in
Ambassador,
this.
as I said, Rishabh, he has two free transfers, and we are suggesting moving to Saka this week, and then Gabriel and uh, Mateta next week.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
I think
Anything else?
that's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Yeah, that's a great stream. Again, a very long one. Sorry if it were too long. But yeah, guys, whoever is on the chat, please, 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 please like the stream. That helps us a lot, helps the stream being shown to others a lot. Definitely thank you for your constant support, whoever is, coming in and watching and tuning into our streams. Oh, by the way, yeah, he's also asking about Mitoma to Enzo. Yeah, he has Mitoma
Absolutely.
who's in. So
Go to Enzo.
this I think before Saka, can he actually? Would you suggest actually both two transfers? Salah to Saka and Mitoma to Enzo. I
Why
don't
not?
mind.
Yeah, can done.
Absolutely.
Can done. Gui might also play, right? So he can play that.
And exactly, and Gu actually might play. So I would even take a chance of starting him, keeping what like just sort your bench out, because I definitely feel you can bet on him because he will definitely get some minutes. Whether he is subbed in or he starts, I'm not entirely sure. He should honestly start. But then again, like if you're a very 50-50 or 40-60 kind of on Gu, then you could start whoever else. But yeah, I like the two transfers, Salah to Saka
Yeah.
and the Mitoma to Enzo. Voldemort he's I don't know why I think he loves Voldemort a lot. He wants to
Harry Potter.
have Voldemort in place of Q. I'm not so
Can
keen.
be
I
done.
would rather.
But Enzo looks
I
like
mean,
a better option. Enzo and
he-
Saka, I think you should
Yeah.
be sure.
Yeah.
Can be easy.
but I mean, yeah, and then again, there's transfers also, limited transfers. So rather keep
Different
Q.
places.
You can maybe even play bench boost with Q very soon if we are able to figure out that he's starting regularly.
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome.
Cool guys.
All right.
Thanks a lot for whoever's हाँ भाई बॉल टू हॉल रिटन भाई सुप्रीमेसी एवरीवेयर इन एवरी सेंस हर स्ट्रीम में है हर कंटेंट क्रिएटर के साथ खड़े हैं सबको एंकरेज कर रहे हैं एंड भाई एफपीएल में फाड़ रहे हैं
Pitrdev Sangrakshana.
बस लिवरपूल से थोड़ा उनको दुख दर्द मिल रहा है वो भी ठीक हो
We
जाएगा
we were
जल्दी
good
कोई बात
last night. We were good, so yeah, it's
नहीं
all
यस
good.
यार
Hmm.
just quickly on Liverpool, whom do you keep? Like, if you're wild carding, like, I think Suraj is very keen on Gakpo.
Gakpo. Probably only
Would
Gakpo.
There were a few questions on Ekitike. What are your thoughts, Varun?
If
Does
Isak is
he?
injured, then probably.
I don't think so. That's what I'm saying. With Liverpool, you do not know who the goal share is concentrated towards. Gakpo might do well next week, but be silent for other game weeks. So I think it's safe to not have them. We can onboard them when we see a clear pattern.
Cool. Sort.
All right, guys,
Cool,
this was
guys.
a wrap. Thank you so much. I
Thanks
think
everyone. Thanks a lot.
Vimarsh is going on international duty.
International.
This is a trend.
we
It's
might we might catch him with a few crazy backgrounds in
yeah.
in our next stream.
Looking
Let's
forward.
hope so.
Looking
Yeah.
forward.
Looking forward to some good beach views from the next week onwards
Why
from
not?
from
All right.
Vimarsh.
Thank you,
Okay.
everyone.
All right.
Thank you. Happy
Catch you soon.
Diwali. Have a great festive
Happy
Thank you.
weeks.
Diwali again.